That counts. It's a bull. Good evening. Hey, what's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. Another evening report out here. I have just been slammed busy since all morning. I tried to knock this report out earlier. Not much success here. And, well, here we are. So, boy, beautiful evening out there. 82 degrees. Look at that breeze in the water. Not too many people out there walking around, but what a great evening. I feel like taking a walk myself. But here I am doing the report, our daily reports, like the donut guy that makes the donuts. And excuse me, let me move this mic around for a little bit here. Sorry about that, making all that noise. But let's take a look at some prices here. Just, gosh, the monkey hammer never ceases to end. And, you know, what are you going to do about it? You just buy the frickin' dips at this point. But let's move into markets here. And this video is brought to you tonight by Anejo Patron. Not really, but I would love to be sponsored by them. What a great sponsor they would be, huh? Just give me a bottle a month and I'd be happy here. Anyways, it's the evening. It's after work, folks, and I am actually going to do a little taste of the Patron here. Salute to all of you out there that listen to me, and I'd like to thank everyone that listens to me and hits that like button and follows me and comments and all that other good stuff. Well, here's to you. One sec. Woo, that stuff is strong. Oh my gosh. Well, anyways, you know, I don't know about most of you, but I did this a little meme, not a meme, but I put this up like a year and a half ago, back in 2020, during the critter era, where I said I felt like I had woke up in a different world, and I absolutely did. I call this Bizarro World right here. I don't know about the rest of you, but Bizarro World is that Superman planet, far out in space. There exists the goofiest planet in the entire universe, the Square Bizarro World. It is the home planet of the pathetic, stupid, bizarre creatures who are imperfect duplicates of Superman and his friends. Now, mind you, folks, I don't think I grew up in a perfect world. I don't think we're perfect, but man, I did wake up to Bizarro World, that's for sure. Pathetic, stupid, bizarro creatures who are imperfect creatures of who we once were, and we were never perfect before, but even more so now. But anyways, let me not get into that. That's just kind of like, instead of doing the quote of the day, oh, it sounds like someone's car alarm's going off here. I'm not even out of the office yet. I'll be out here soon. But let's get into markets here and see what's going on. Yeah, sub 1900, but again, provides a great opportunity to buy the dips here in gold, especially for gold. Silver, I just didn't think we were going to see the lower 23s, but here we are, man. Here's what's going on. I guess the charts weren't too correct on this one. Mr. Chart Guy thought we were going to see maybe sub 25. We didn't think we were going to see sub 25. And based on the data and the information that he was giving, I didn't think we'd see that either, but here we are. And again, to me, this is just a testament of these crooked, manipulated, big short sellers in the Crimex markets. But you know what? I'm enjoying my tequila here, or I'm going to have another sip of that. That's actually not too bad. And I'm just tired of talking about the manipulation that goes on in these markets. You know, the folks out there that have the mindset that this provides you a great opportunity to buy the real stuff at cheap prices, you're absolutely correct. You're not buying an NFT, you're not buying a piece of paper, you're not buying something that would be created in Bizarro World. You're buying a real piece of gold or silver out there at these cheap-ass prices. By all means, frickin' do it, you know what I mean? 1882 a low, 1907 the high. Obviously, that was last night. Markets got monkey hammered in the Crimex markets today. In the normal Crimex markets, the New York markets, silver the same way. Look at that, 23.33 right now, low at 23.27, a high at 23.71. And again, currently the market is closed right now, 23.33. Let's see what it opens up like tonight. You know, Friday ain't here yet. I think they're going to try to monkey ham this market down even lower than 1886. I think the silver market, man, when is the bottom in on this? I mean, I just can't see sub $23 in no way, shape, or form. And the most screwed up thing about this, folks, you cannot buy investment grade silver for these levels. You just can't do it. I think even 1,000-ounce bars have a fairly decent premium considered what they used to be at one time. You just can't find the product out there, folks. I mean, it's the most crooked, manipulated market out there, silver market. All the markets. I mean, maybe the oil market's more crooked. Maybe equities, maybe bond markets are more crooked. Maybe the currency markets are more crooked. I don't know, but being in the silver market and the gold market for as long as I have been, these are some crooked motherfuckers running this show here, folks. I mean, I'm telling you, wow, so in your faces, it's unfucking believable. In fact, all right, I would just go off at this point, but I'm not going to, because I've been through this so many times. This up and down market. Look, we were at a high at 27.50 not too long ago, and exactly what just happened is that the, gosh, it's like a broken record. The Comex, which is owned by the CME Group. The Comex is the casino in which these big whales play. These big whales have done nothing but manipulate the price of silver down to their own advantage. And the fact is that they're at a big disadvantage right now unless they can keep this at $23 an ounce and buy back that short positions that they had if they haven't done it already. And maybe rinse and repeat, but you figured they'd got sick of this already. At some point, though, it's going to be harder and harder for them to buy back this shit. And I tell you what, the fact that Comex allows this shows you credibility factor of the CME Group and the Comex, in my opinion, is pretty much fucking zero. It's not much different than the LME market, which, in my opinion, in the opinion of people that just got burned, the long sides and nickel that just got burned, credibility fucking zero. All right, and that's a fact. And if you got sensitive ears out there, I'm not the video you should be listening to, but I'm a pretty outspoken guy. And in fact, even known to imbibe in a little bit of tequila occasionally. Did you hear that cork? It makes a really nice noise when it comes off. So I'm going to do another little sip here. Getting a fired up Brian tonight. But it won't be a long video, okay? So hang in there. Hang in there. I'm starting already. Hang in there. Platinum, gosh darn, $895, high of 927, sitting at 908. I've been selling the shit out of platinum. And by the way, I have been just nonstop freaking busy today. As I said, that's why the video is late again. Short help, no help, hard to find good help. And again, the kind of help I'm talking about, experienced help in this type of business, is really hard to find. So I get a lot of good people offering to come and help me, but again, it's a specific type of help that I'm looking for. But no less, I've been pretty much overworked by, not overworked, how can you be overworked when you're busy, when your business is doing well? So I've been selling the shit out of gold and silver and platinum especially, man. I'm really pleased with platinum sales. People are finally catching on that the best time to buy a metal is when it's absolutely nobody else wants it. That means, that's pretty much a lot of type of things, if you ever heard that. The best time to wade into something when there's blood in the streets. And there's blood in the streets in platinum at this $900 level, sub 900 even more so. I believe that these prices, the gold price, the silver price, the platinum price, I'm not sure about palladium because really who cares? We sell so little of it, so I don't pay attention, are not organic. These prices are paper-driven. They're driven by bullshit, manipulative, big commercial banks. And again, broken frickin' record I am here saying this, but it's got to be said. You got to talk about this stuff, okay? So where do we go from here? Well, I'm saying buy the frickin' dips, folks, but the premiums aren't that great right now. Let's take a look at the 24-hour markets and see what we've done overnight. And let me do a quick refresh here. Last night, I know it's evening right now. Sorry about that, but what am I apologizing for? It's evening, man. Get over it. Get over it, Brian. 1900, sub $1,900 level. Now we're sitting at this sub 1890 level, between 1880 and 1890. It wouldn't surprise me, again, this is later than I do most of my reports, that we don't see this drift down a little bit lower, maybe into the weekend. But I think gold, to me, the super low, how do you like that for a guy that's not a chart guy? The super low is 1850. I can see us drifting down to the 1870 level as a low, but it's a fucking bargain at this sub 1900 level, folks. It really is, providing you're not paying ridiculous premiums for the stuff. Let's take a look at silver. Silver overnight markets as well. Monkey hammered in the Crimex markets. Take a look at that. New York NYMEX, New York Crimex. Boom, 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 boom. Again, folks, this is just pure manipulative, in your face. Fuck you. We don't care. We're cheating this market. We don't care if you can even see it anymore type behavior. This is what you got going on right here. Oh, man. That Patron's looking really... Oh, my throat's dry. Hang on one second here. By the way, did I say this video is brought to you by Patron? Very smooth drink. All right. Oh, most of you are going to think that I only live on wine and now tequila and coffee. Well, you're right. So I'm only teasing. I actually eat very well and I do exercise, and I condone good health and behavior to everyone. But no less, it's nice to imbibe in the evening occasionally and share it with you as well. So take a look at this, man. 24-hour spot prices in the Globex markets and the overnight markets. Look, bam, fucking again, New York Globex markets. This is comics right here. Again, folks, this is just purely manipulated, paper-driven bullshit prices. Take every opportunity, in my opinion, to buy these dips, to buy whenever you can at these levels. I mean, and people, and there's actually really people out there that go, oh, well, maybe gold's going to crash and go to nothing. Maybe silver. Are you fucking kidding me? Crash and go to nothing. Silver go crash and go. Never going to happen, folks. Never happened in 5,000 years. Still ain't going to happen. Look at my cursor here. You see this little arrow? I'm going to show you what gold and silver is going to do over your lifetime. You see the white space down here? Ready? This is what gold and silver does from the beginning of history on a fiat currency like this. Now, this up and down action right here, this is our short time frame of life. This is where we live, in this short time frame. However, you're going to see a lot of gyration up and down, but the overall trend for gold and silver is always, always, always going to be up. Okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And for you new stackers out there in gold and silver, that's a fact, man. So wait it out. Wait these downs out. In fact, buy the dips if you can. If you can't buy the dips, just wait them out. Overall, the long-term trend is up, especially in a fiat-driven world, in a lie-driven world, and in, what did I call it? In bizarre world, especially in bizarre world, okay? And that's where we currently are right now, politically and economically, in bizarre world. At Dow Jones, S&P 500, let's see what the futures markets are doing. They're up a little bit. Come on. Why? Why? You know why? Because I've said it 100 times. I believe these markets are being propped up by the plunge protection team, which is a combination of the Fed, Treasury, and the presidential's economic working group there. But no less, bullshit numbers going to continue to fall. Controlled fall is what they're hoping for, and is what they're really pumping the money into this market for, a controlled fall. They don't want an overnight crash because they had one of those in 2008, and that's the only thing they learned. Dumbo don't want overnight crash. Dumbo, where did they come up with that from? See what Patron does to you? All right. Anyways, true inflation rate, love this website. Year to date, they're using the old inflation data rate that they used back in the 70s and 80s when they first came up with that CPI index or whatever the hell it was, or PPI, CPI index. So anyway, they're using cereals, bakery goods, meats, poultry, dairy, fruits, vegetables, non-alcoholic beverage, any things that you actually need to live. The only thing I don't see on here is rent and gasoline. But again, this is food, I guess. And look at this, current today, 11.7%, year to date, 7.8%. So we've seen an 8% increase year to date based on the old model here. However, if you include gasoline, rents, and other things, it's far worse than that, folks. And sadly, this is a good environment for gold and silver, and this is why you own gold and silver. It's a hedge. You're not talking about an investment, you're talking about a hedge here. A hedge against a falling dollar, a hedge against a collapsing economy, a hedge against a politically inept world, and a hedge against, where is it? Bizarre world. And a perfect combination with Patron. So, Patron, if you're out there listening, I need your sponsorship. Boy, wouldn't that be cool? I could be like the world's most interesting gold guy. All right. Anyway, I'm having fun with this. All right, it's good night. And let's get into ZH here. You know what? I don't want to talk about politics tonight. I just don't want to talk about. When you look at this shit, you realize how crazy it is. And some of you new folks out there say, what's he reading, ZH here? I like ZH. It's got a kind of very, you hear that bottle being set down very lightly, and there's the cork going in it. And I'm going to do a sip for all of you guys. Ready? One more here. And believe me, I'm not drinking jugs of this. I'm just taking tiny sips off this shot glass. Tiny sips. That is good stuff. Very smooth. Durham staffer reveals email. All right. Anyway, I don't want to get into this. This is just, what we're seeing here. God damn, if you ever thought of the Department of Fatherland, I'm sorry, DHS, the Department of Fatherland having a head, if you ever thought George Orwell would cast a evil character, there he is right there, DHS, creating Disinformation Governance Board, ahead of, how coincidental. You're not going to read this stuff, and this is why I like ZH. You're not going to read these kind of things. ZH doesn't write this stuff, too. This is different bloggers, different, and some of it may be bullshit, some of it, but I like variety. I don't like the same old bullshit narrative, official narrative fed to me by Wall Street Journal, by CNN, by Fox, all these worthless, all right, I'm not going to say it again. I'm going to keep this a fairly clean video tonight. But this guy, God, looks like an evil motherfucker to me. Sorry, I did say it. Here we go. Don't confuse direction with pace. That's just sad. You know what? Hundreds, really? You know what? Where are the peacemakers out there? There are none. You know what? All these MFers in Europe and all these MFers in the United States, our government and the European government and the governments that agree with this war and aren't trying to make peace, they're just simply trying to get rid of their old bullshit weapons, pawn them off on Ukraine, and maybe steal Ukraine's gold, which you saw in my video yesterday. Was one of my theories, is that we're about to steal Ukraine's gold, or at least make them pay for it very dearly in blood and weapons. Old bullshit weapons as well. Meanwhile, we get to sell them all our old javelins. We get to sell them all our old new weapons, our old shoulder-fired weapons. Europe gets to sell them those old freaking decrepit T-72 tanks that probably barely run anymore at full tilt retail. This is just nothing but the military-industrial complex fucking Ukraine and fucking taxpayers worldwide. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm sticking with it. See why you don't want me getting a politics show, and see why you don't want me doing a political show here, folks? That's kind of interesting. I'd like to see that, but let me move down here. Oh, geez, there's just a little bit of a taste in there left. Hey, what am I really good at? Well, I'm good at buying and selling real gold and silver, not the bullshit paper that you see in COMEX, not the bullshit ETFs, not the bullshit this or that. I sell real gold and silver. So does your local dealer. So does JM Bullion. They're the big 800-pound gorilla out there. But you know what? As a local dealer in South Florida, I advertise to beat JM Bullion, so should your local dealer. So if you live in South Florida, I'm the #1 guy to see. I can beat these big online guys for gold bars, American gold coins, Canadian gold coins, Krugerrands. So when you come into my store, I actually pull up this site and I beat their prices. And it's not too hard for me to do for many reasons, because first off, much lower expenses than these guys and the other guys out there, that big bullies online. No, why would I call them bullies? That was pretty mean of me. I think JM Bullion is a really nice company. And I think that the other companies, who is it, SD, Atmex, are nice companies as well. But local guys like me and like your local coin dealers should be highly competitive in this environment. You shouldn't let any local business escape to these guys, all right? And it does. You got to be competitive, and that's what I do. I beat the pants off these guys. And they're good people, trust me. I've met some of the people that work at these companies. They're good people. But you know what? Hey, they're trying to take money from me. I'm going to get the money from them instead. And your local dealer should do the same. I'll beat the price on gold bars. Gold bars are the best deals out there, folks, still to this day. Eagles are the worst deal out there, as much as I love that product. Not the worst deal. There's some other bullshit here they sell that's way too much I'd stay away from. But best deal is still gold bars. And again, I talk about this every day. If you watch my video every day, this gets old. It hasn't changed in months. The same good deals 3 or 4 months ago, still the same good deals today, pretty much, except for 100-ounce bars are the best. Well, 100-ounce bars have always been the best deal. Generic 100s, 10s, kilos, 1s are the best deal out there. And again, we advertise to beat JM Bullion and the other SD and Atmex out there. So your local dealer should do the same if you don't live in South Florida. What am I going to look at right here real quick? I'm going to make a comment on here in Pam and Russ Martin's article on GAT.org. If you're new to my videos, again, you should have this bookmarked. And it's silver, guys. I say it over and over and over. Where gold goes, silver will follow. So if you're a silver stacker, you need to follow the price of gold as well. And can I highly suggest that you own gold? Don't get just hung up on just buying silver. Own a good variety of both metals and even platinum. I'm a fan of platinum. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking with it. Pam and Russ Martin's mega banks are tanking. Based on that comment, I'm going to make the assumption that Bank of America in the next big washout is going down. Boy, highly speculative on my part, and based on their derivative position and their short position in silver, boy, I think they're screwed. They should have went down in the last 2008, but they got bailed out. You know, their stock went from like $80 to $2 in 2008. You remember that? You know why? Because they were run by morons. And I think today they're still run by morons. That's the problem with bailing out these big banks and these big companies. They're run by idiots. And if you bail them out, you're just bailing out the same fucking people that fucked up the first time. Excuse my language, but the tequila is kicking in. And again, this video is not meant for children and not meant for people with sensitive ears. But however, my listeners don't have sensitive ears. You know, sticks and stones may break your bones, but names have never hurt any of us, folks. And I'm getting childish on top of it. Okay, I guess I better end this soon because I am also hungry on top of it. I've eaten a little bit, trust me. I'm not having a shot of tequila on an empty stomach. Boy, I got a little bit left in this glass too, so let's see what happens here. Let's move out of news and just move into yesterday's video, which is, man, dude, and dudettes, I'm sorry. I'm onto something here, man, with Ukraine's gold. Good video yesterday. If you didn't watch it, highly recommend you watch it. I think there's something to be said about Ukraine's gold being stolen. I think there's something to be said about the fact that maybe the war is all about robbing the resources of Ukraine, using Ukraine's blood and their land and their people to do it. But no less, I thought yesterday's video was pretty damn good. So if you get a chance, watch it. If you didn't, damn, that's my lucky number, 333. Holy crap. Wow, what a lucky number on a video that I really liked as well. And I thought, I think everyone should watch. Hey, hit that share button as well when you get a chance. Make sure you hit the like button. And of course, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And I'd like to thank everyone. I read all these comments, trust me, but I think tonight is not a good chance for me to talk about, to read every one of them here out loud, but there may be just one possible explanation for what happened to Ukraine's gold. Let's see here, 42 down, 20 at the time, and they're possibly wanting to say 20 tons were yonked by someone. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about, Ned Porkus. Thank you very much. This is kind of an assessment, what I said, folks. Here, pause this, read Ned's assessment here, and I think Ned's kind of got it and talking about exactly kind of my thoughts here, and these are possibilities as well. Thank you, Ned. Very nice assessment there, sir. And again, just pause the video and read this, folks. And if you go to yesterday's video, you can comment on Ned's possibilities as well, and I love it when you guys comment with each other. I have such smart, intelligent, handsome, and attractive, look at you, Nicole, attractive commenters out there. So, gosh, you know what? One shot was not good enough here. And did I tell you tonight's video is brought to you by Patron, very smooth, anejo. And I'm going to pour a half one right there and do a little sip here while I'm talking to you. My gosh, I should have ate something first. I did have a little snack. Give me 1 second here. Cost of physical, my LCS currency at 66. Oh, interesting. That's pretty cool. GSR extra cost. All right. Interesting facts. Looks like you're doing your homework there. And thank you very much, Silver Loving Lou. And this looks like a sex video, hotbaby.uno, okay? You know what we do with those, folks? No, we don't watch them. Come on, guys. We hit the remove button. That's what any good YouTube guy does, all right? You come by anytime. I'm going to hit a like on that. Thank you very much. Hey, what's up, Tim? And it became 2000. Do you thinking that? Yeah, no problem, man. Platinum, anybody that does precious metals is going to be competitive like myself. So platinum goes to $2,000. Hell yeah, we're going to buy it, man. It goes to $10,000. Listen, I have bought $3,500, $4,000 palladium before. I mean, we buy it up, we buy it down. Just don't worry about that, man. That's cool, Tim. And Auntie Fiat, what's up? Fax Bulog again. Abused spouse, yeah, I've used that example many times. Is that, when you see the price of silver going up like we did 2 or 3 weeks ago, it's 27.50. You can't help but turn around, and I said this many times. If you look at the video a couple weeks ago, I said at 27.50, I'm waiting for the smackdown. Here we are. But no less, folks. We keep the lows just keep getting higher. They smack it down, but the new smackdown price is still higher than the last smackdown price. And at some point, it's going to get out of their control. Keep buying the physical. Let them buy the paper shit and play their frickin' games. And JTBSK2, what's up? And let's see, thank you very much. And Savalas, if you, I would be on the news, absolutely. And you rock as well, Lost for Worlds. Okay, listen, I could read every one of these, and I know, hey, he skipped my name. Well, no one's that narcissistic that's going to say he skipped my name. But listen, I really love reading every one of these. I could talk about every one of you here. Close and look me up when you come in my area. Absolutely, take an image of anything you like here. I am not such a handsome fellow. Well, I am a handsome fellow actually, but I'm going to be modest. You're better off taking pictures of my coins than me. And yeah, I got plenty of physical silver. That's true. And again, thanks all you folks here. And Murray Walker, that is true. That quote did come from, thank you, Thailand Digital Nomad. That quote did come from legendary Murray Walker, F1 sports commentator, I believe. That's the best I could find. And again, wow, lots of comments, folks. I just can't. Charles Bronson, I better answer you. Roughly 2 if I did. You did the math correctly, Charles Bronson. Even if you didn't, you did it correctly. You don't want Charlie coming after you. All right. Gonna roll out of here, folks. Man, look at you guys. Look, I love you all. Jeepers, jeepers, jeepers. Okay, let's move into my theme for the year, which is think for yourself, question authority, folks. And here again, here's a toast to you. One more. Ready? Patron's some good stuff. Toast to all of you folks out there. Boy, that one got me. Think for yourself and question authority. Listen. Question even what you think you know, and I know some of you are saying, oh, geez, Brian, you say this all the time, but question even what you think you know. Question your own narrative. It may not be your own. It may be someone else's narrative, maybe the narrative in school, the narrative you heard in the news, the narrative you heard from your parents, Reinvestigate that, because it's hard to question other people's until you know that your narrative is correct. And the only way you're going to know that is to question yourself, think for yourself, and always question authority. Hey, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.